Hello and welcome back to the Icons of Sin. Me and Chris are back. How are you, Chris?
I'm doing okay, my friend. How are you doing?
Doing alright. Thoroughly enjoyed our live stream a couple of weeks ago. Good fun.
What, the Left 4 Dead one?
Our live Icons of Sin episode. And then, of course, we jumped immediately into some Left 4 Dead. Did pretty well, I thought, in the end. Once we had...
After some technical difficulties, we got into it, yes.
Oh, yes, you had a few technical difficulties, but we got there. I think, it's kind of proof that game, really, you need to have no AI. You need actual people. It's the only way that game really works, because the AI is just too damn stupid. It did not work.
No, it was also a lot of fun actually having like a full team of 4 and having other people to talk to. It was
totally,
chaotic.
Man.
It was fun.
It's chaotic but fun, and like we said, the AI just does not work well on its own. When they just don't go where you need them to go. They don't really pay attention. It's an old game, so the AI is like, it's a bit more basic than we're used to these days. So it was great.
It's an old game, but it holds up still.
It definitely holds up. The Source engine is fantastic still. I think it's aged very well considering how old it is. And Left 4 Dead 1,
fine wine.
Like a fine wine indeed. And Left 4 Dead 1 is still really good fun, in my opinion. And a lot of fun. We are going to have to, not only will we have to get Mike and Ben back on the show, back on the Icons for future episodes. Today was a bit all over the place. We weren't sure when we were going to record, so just me and you today. But, in the future we should get them back for episodes of Icons.
Definitely.
But more importantly, we need them back for Left 4 Dead, because I think we should play through that whole game and then do the second one.
Yeah, well, that was my plan. My plan was to... I probably should have actually let you know, seeing as though you're going to be part of it. My plan was to play through the entire first game and then the second one. And then, by the time we finished, Back 4 Blood will be out.
Yeah.
Which is the same guys who developed Left 4 Dead, but they're with a different company now.
Mm-hmm. So we can get involved in some of that.
Yes, I've been watching some gameplay, and it is so much better.
Do you know, I haven't watched any gameplay, so I'll have a look. I'm guessing it's Unreal Engine now. They're not going to be rocking the Source engine after all this time.
Yeah, I think it's Unreal. But obviously, you've got you can customize your weapons, and there's like little shops where you can buy and add customizations to your weapons, and
do you know what's your opinion on like weapon customization? And I don't mean like I'm all for weapon customization, like I want to add a silencer, I want to add a scope, I want to add this and that. That's all cool. I like visual skins and all of that.
And camos and stuff.
I kind of feel like with multiplayer games, you get really caught up in the whole excitement of oh my god, other players are going to see me, I need to build my character. But honestly, whenever you play a game, no one pays any attention to what your character looks like at all. Only you pay attention to what your character looks like.
For me, it's aesthetically pleasing, because I'm the one looking.
Well, that's the main thing, isn't it? As long as it looks good for you.
You know how much I fucking grinded on the 2019 Call of Duty for the skit for the.
That's why I asked, because you're deep into that. You went and oh my god, how many missions did you have to do to get that gold, the gold pistols, skin?
There's about
It's like an insane amount, right?
There's 8 or 9 missions. Per gun, and I think there's about 8 guns.
Right.
In the pistols.
Yeah. So it's a lot of work.
You have to get there's a stupid amount of headshots, which with a pistol takes more than one shot to get. Then there's long shots, which is why I uploaded a video a few probably about 6 months ago. I think I named it Pistol Madness or something, because I was using the pistols constantly. I got so good with them. I went on hardcore, and I was literally just popping people in the head from the other side of the map.
Nice.
Shots that, if it was done with a sniper rifle, would still be impressive, and I was doing them with a pistol.
Yeah.
So I like I like to unlock them all. There's only like I don't ever use any of the gold camos or that.
No.
My favorite is like the blue tiger or the red tiger. So it's like blue and
Uh-huh.
black or red and black.
Yeah.
Which is not hard to get. But once I've started unlocking them, I'm like, I've got to get them all now.
Sure. Yeah. It's got to be done.
I'm a fiend for the grind.
Yeah. And why not? Why on earth not? So, Chris, I don't really have to ask you this because I've been playing them with you, but what games have you been playing, Chris? Let's pretend like we haven't been playing games together.
Age of Empires 2. Of course.
So you're back in deep with Age of Empires 2. Now that you have a PC, we can say that
Yes.
now. You have a PC. That's how we played Left 4 Dead.
I'm just gonna pat my PC because the CPU light is still on, but it's not there, so just gonna
You
pat
still
it
have
nicely.
still have a few warning lights there, my friend, but it's working.
Yes.
So whatever, we'll just take that for what it is right now. Good stuff. Yeah, Age of Empires
I
2.
think it's just like a bit of faulty wiring on the motherboard because everything's working. I even pulled up like the statistics and stuff, and everything's working fine. So
Yeah. And yeah, so we both played some Age of Empires 2 over the last couple of weeks. I think we played a game a week. And
yes,
yeah, good fun. Good fun.
the first time we got absolutely fucked.
The enemy AI was on the wrong, was on too high a setting, and I think the last time we played, it was on too low a setting. So we need to find a happy middle ground.
Yeah, and also the first time we went against 3 people. And
Did we?
quite
You might be
easily
right.
against-
You might be right. They were higher difficulty as well the first time around because
Yes.
the difficulty was on the wrong setting.
Yeah, they definitely were because that was like intense, like from the get go. They just sort of when the treaty was over, they stormed in with loads of things, and we're like, we can't even afford this right now. How have you done it?
Yeah. Yeah, good fun though. Good fun. And I'm sure we'll get back to it at some point in the future.
Definitely.
Maybe do some live streams. I need to get back into Age of Empires 2. I haven't played it for a long time. So yeah, looking forward to it though.
I was playing it earlier today.
Yeah, I don't have time to play it right now. I have also.
Nothing but time right now.
Sorry.
I've got nothing but time right now.
Yeah, I mean that's good. I've also got distracted because I was talking to a friend of mine, Matt, and I was saying to him a while ago. We were just talking about games, and we're talking about System Shock, and I said, like System Shock rip-offs. I'm really looking forward to the new Dead Space. It is a shameless System Shock ripoff in my opinion, but I love the Dead Space series, certainly the first 2 games. So I said I'm really looking forward to that, and then I also was saying speaking of awful System Shock remakes, that bloody Prey game, it reminded me of that Prey game, and Matt was like, Prey? And I was like, yeah, Prey. Like I got it on Steam for like £2 in a sale, gave it a try, thought it was really dull, I thought the enemies were really lackluster, really generic, did not like the game at all. And he was like, oh my god, that game is amazing. And I was like, really? I like sometimes you just don't, you get a feel, don't you? You just don't get the feel of the game, or something just doesn't quite click with you. And I was like, dude, I had the opposite reaction. I gave up after like an hour or so. I was like, meh, I only paid £2 for it, not that bothered about it, didn't think it was that great. And he was like heaping praise on it. So I was like, all right, I'll reinstall it. Because I trust Matt, he's got good taste in games. We share taste in games, so I was like, all right. And I'll tell you what, I've been playing it, and it's amazing. I take it back. I was wrong. It is.
That's exactly the same how I was with Dark Souls.
Oh,
when
really?
I first tried it. Yeah, I never said this.
You might have done. I have a terrible memory.
When it first came out on PS3, like my sister bought it, and I was like, all right, let's give it a go.
Oh,
and
you did tell me this, yeah.
Yeah, and I really couldn't get into it.
Yeah.
And it's not until it came out, the remastered version, that I was like, all right, we'll give it another go.
Yeah.
I found it in the game shop. It was sort of a reduced one because the case was broken or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, all right, we'll give it a go. And then like after about an hour of going, it's like, I don't know how to do this. Then I kind of got into the rhythm of like, right, this is supposed to be hard. Right, okay, you have to do things a certain way. And now I'm like one of the biggest Dark Souls fans ever. But yeah, originally I wasn't into it.
That is amazing, isn't it? How that your first reaction to a game could be so different from when you actually get into it. Like with Prey, like I said, I've been blown away. I mean, I still maintain the enemies are like the dullest thing in the world. They're awful. But the world that they've crafted is incredible. The lore is really fun. The story's really engaging. Really should have given it more time the first time around, but I'm kind of glad I didn't, because now I'm like, oh, you know, I've pretty much finished my time in Cyberpunk. I've got to the last mission, and basically if I complete the last mission, the game's over. So I've not completed the last mission. I'm just kind of doing side quests and things. But my time there is almost over. So it's fun to have this game to now jump into, a game that I bought on sale 2 years ago or something, and I'm loving it. I'm having a really good time. So yeah, it's interesting that Dark Souls started like that for you.
Yeah, well, you know what I'm more I'm looking forward to now.
What's that?
When I've got a bit more money, I'm going to buy all 3 of the Dark Souls games again on PC. And because it's going to be learning different controls, it's going to be like playing it for the first time again, especially the first one, because I know the second one and I know the third one like the back of my hand. That's what I've got the most time into. I know the second one pretty good, but the first one, I think I only played through that twice compared to my 7 playthroughs of Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be like new controls because it's keyboard and mouse. So it's gonna be like playing it again, and I'm really excited for that.
Yeah, that's interesting. I mean, if you plug a controller in, the controls will be exactly the same. It would just be the same game. But,
yes, but I'm trying to transition from console. I still play my console, but I'm trying to transition to PC more, because there's just a hell of a lot more things you can play. Like,
oh yeah, for sure. But I you know, some games are kind of designed with a controller in mind rather than a keyboard and mouse. I would have thought Dark Souls would be one of those games that probably plays better with a controller, really. But you know, certainly I'm on the same wavelength as you when it comes to FPS. FPS for me can never be played with a controller, like never. Once you've gone keyboard and mouse, like it's impossible to go back to a controller for me, personally.
I've tried a few FPSs, like Warface and Valorant.
Yeah.
But I'm not good enough yet to play the multiplayers because my
no, that's fair. It takes a while. Yeah, it takes a while.
But I have actually Destiny 2 was free. I think I can't remember what game store it was because there are so many.
I think like, Steam were doing it for free at one point.
Yeah, it's either Steam, Battle.net, Epic, or something because there are so many launchers now. But I've got back into Destiny 2 because it was free.
Right.
And against AI, my aim's getting better, and I'm getting better at the controls, obviously, because it's like jump and crouch and stuff. It's all over the place. Like a controller, it's all just in front of you. The keyboard is a bit more spread out. So I'm getting better, and I'm really actually enjoying getting back into Destiny 2.
It's a game I have never played. I need to jump into it. I may well get it installed soon and join you.
Yeah,
I haven't played it.
That. It's a lot of fun.
Right, I'm up for it.
Well, you know that game Synced Off Planet that I was alpha testing?
You got the alpha for, yeah.
I can't say too much about.
No, it's NDR, right? Yeah.
Yes, but I will say
or NDA, sorry.
When the actual full game comes out, I'm hands down getting that straight away. It is so good.
Well, that's awesome, man.
I mean, all the graphics and stuff are set to the lowest because my graphics card
only
is
for now.
Pretty much a potato.
Yeah.
Only for now, yes. But it's such a fun game. There's so many good mechanics and like the whole like kind of story behind it is really good. So I'm definitely getting that.
No, that sounds fun. It sounds like a lot of fun. But yeah, I might well join you on Destiny 2 soon. Maybe I'll get it installed and we'll look at that next week. And we'll do some Destiny 2. But yeah. Anyway, this week we were going to talk about zombies. We were talking about playing Left 4 Dead 2 weeks ago. I guess maybe gave us the thought, and I think we said we were playing Age of Empires 2 last week. Hey, let's do zombie games. Because you know, there's a lot of them, and it's kind of interesting. So, I started zombie games. I mean, Zombie on the C64, Zombies Ate My Neighbors on the SNES. I think it came out on the Mega Drive as well, but I think I played the SNES version. Those were probably like Castlevania. I mean, obviously there's games with zombies in them, and then there's zombie games. So I'm curious what your kind of early memories of zombie games were. I guess House of the Dead would be an early one for you, because you know.
House of the Dead, or well, my first actual experience with zombie games is one of those, you know, like at bowling alleys, you got these arcade machines with the little plastic rifles.
Yeah. House of the Dead, right? I would imagine.
It actually might be House of the Dead. Yeah. For some reason, I was thinking Time Crisis, but that's
no. Time Crisis is the one when you're like a cop and you're shooting normal people, or not normal people, but you know. So, House of the Dead's like a haunted house. The first one is like a haunted house, and you've got like zombie frogs and you know, mutant creatures and stuff. And then there's like 3 or 4 of them now. 5, I guess, if you count Overkill. But yeah, that was probably your first experience, was it? Just in the arcade with the light gun. I love those games. Yeah,
with my big like pocket full of 10p's. Just sort of.
Do you know I got so good at House of the Dead? I could almost complete it on one token at one point. I just got like, I played it so much when we were on holiday once. you know when you're on holiday and there's like an arcade nearby and it's like every day.
Yeah.
Just kept at it. Do you know what I always used to like doing with light gun games as well? Is just putting a coin in both and having 2 guns.
I never thought of that.
Oh, it's great. Sometimes it adds to the difficulty, because some games double the enemies if there's double. But yeah, I always used to do that with House of the Dead.
I never thought of that. That's genius.
Well, I mean, you do get the awkward situation at some point where one of your sides just dies, and then you'll have to just use 1 gun. But yeah, it's good fun. But yeah, House of the Dead's great. I always remember the voice acting in that game is like legendarily bad. It's like
it's hilarious.
Some of the most hilarious. If you've never watched it, go on YouTube. I'm sure you can find like the intro to House of the Dead, the original. It's some of the worst voice acting you will ever hear.
Oh, you know, it was quite a few podcasts ago, before I was back in Bristol, that I said sometime we should go to one of the arcades in Bristol.
Yeah, man.
Sort of make kind of like a gaming vlog thing about us playing games, just fucking about. Now we can actually do that.
We can do that very easily now.
And you know what I've actually found?
What have you found?
I haven't got a camera, so you can't see. I'm just waving this in front of my monitor.
Yeah.
I've got a handheld Sony HD camera.
Oh, nice.
So we can definitely do some like arcade vlogs of just us playing games.
Cool. Yeah, sounds good to me. Yeah. I'm game. Definitely. We can play some Time Crisis or some House of the Dead if we can find it. So, what other zombie games have you played over the years?
Well, DayZ is the one that sticks out for me.
Oh, I love DayZ. I know you don't like DayZ, or you didn't like DayZ.
It's not that I don't like DayZ. I watched loads of videos on it, and it looks really cool. And there's always like quite a bit of like action and like.
It's a tough game. There's a lot of time doing nothing in DayZ as well, and a lot of time trying to get weapons. Like until you get weapons, you're kind of just running.
I played it on PS4, and I think either the servers are broken or just my game was scuffed. But I never found anything at all. I never ran into any zombies or anything, even in like the big cities. I never like. The only time I'd run into another player is when he would like snipe me from across the map, and I was like, I literally had nothing to do in the game. There was every house. There was nothing at all. Not even like clothing or anything. So I'd like starved to death about 12 times in a row, and I was like, well, why did I just pay 10 quid for this?
I mean, starving to death will happen in that game. But the problem is, so you were playing the DayZ standalone game, which was produced after DayZ, which was originally a mod for Arma 2.
Yeah, for Arma. I thought it was Arma 3.
No, it was Arma 2 originally. I think they've done one for Arma 3 since, but it was for Arma 2. And that mod was so goddamn good. Still probably being played to this day, I would imagine. There were vehicles, there was everything in that game. It was incredible. And then they decided to make.
I never encountered anything.
No, so the problem is they made a standalone game, and it was broken to fuck when they released it. I believe now it's actually quite a good game. But it was when it was launched, barely anything worked. I had a similar experience. You just couldn't find anything, and then you just starved to death and died. Couldn't find any weapons. Couldn't find anything.
It's just like I was expecting like zombies in like the cities.
Yeah, well, they are there.
What I've heard.
They're just not. They just weren't there when you played it because it's buggy.
Yeah, no, I roamed around this entire city, searched the entire city. I think I was on that session was for about 6 hours.
Yeah.
Didn't find a single thing. Didn't see anyone else. Didn't see a single zombie. There was absolutely nothing. So I was just like, I could just go walk around Bristol. It'd be the same experience.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Unfortunately, it was very buggy early on. Obviously, the PC version got fixed up reasonably fast, but I don't know about PS4. I never played that version. But
this is why I'm going to get it again.
I would recommend it. It's good fun. I've got the standalone version, so when you do get it, I'll reinstall it and we'll hook up.
Nice.
But I love DayZ. I mean, there is something so. I mean, that was one of the first. Well, not one of the first survival games, but it was kind of the revival of survival games. And there is like, oh man, living off the land, just in the forests, once you've got what you need to kind of survive, just, living off of wildlife and only venturing into the city when you need, desperate for different supplies, hiding from players. That game, there's something about the fact that you can die instantly. I mean, a headshot in DayZ is an instant death. You're dead straight away. And there's something about that danger, the risk of you've got thirst, you've got hunger, you can die of hypothermia, you need to keep warm. There's all of these things, because originally the Arma series is like a simulation. It's like an army simulation, so they basically converted it over and brought everything over with it. So all of that realism, like breaking your legs, breaking your bones, all of that stuff is all in the game. And there's something about that level of realism that just makes it really compelling and really terrifying in places. Like, it's a really creepy game.
Well, you know me. I'm quite big into my survival games. I like having to like push through like do I get food or water now because I'm low on both? What one will keep me alive longest? I like the survival games. I'm really into survival games. That's why I bought DayZ, and then was absolutely just like all my expectations were shattered, because obviously that version of the game at that point was fucking broken. Yeah. But this is again why I'm willing to buy it on PC.
Yeah, certainly if you can get it cheap. I don't know what kind of state it's in now, but the last time I played it, it was fine. It worked really well.
Yeah, well, some actual survival elements would be nice, because on the PS4 version it's literally you spawn in, there's nothing there, you're gonna die anyway. You're just,
to be honest, that will probably happen in DayZ anyway. Like, there is a good chance you could just spawn in the wrong location, find nothing, and die. That does happen.
Yes, but I spent 6 hours spawning in different locations, searching everything.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's broken. Players, it was broken, but it's not now. Yeah. So,
This is why I'm expecting to die of starvation quite a bit when I get it on PC.
It does happen.
I'm also expecting some fucking zombies, which is why I bought the game.
Yeah. Well, there's certainly plenty of zombies in the PC version now. It's a really fun game. But yeah, bleeding to death and starving to death does happen quite frequently.
On the PS4 version, I wouldn't have minded if I got killed by zombies, but there were no zombies. Like, if I spawned in and couldn't find anything and then ran into zombies and died, I'd be like, oh yeah, cool, okay, because obviously I like the harder games. Obviously, like Dark
absolutely.
Souls and stuff. So I'll be like, yeah, I'll be into that. I'll start again. But after 6 hours of no zombies, no food, no weapon, no clothes, no nothing, no other players.
I don't even know why you played it for 6 hours at that point, to be honest.
Because I was holding out. Because
I would have waited for an update. Like, I wouldn't be walking around 6 hours for no reason.
was after
You've got
an
good
update.
patience.
And well, I was trying to record, so.
Oh really? Is that footage out there?
Yes.
Is that on Tron Games?
No, it got deleted because 6 hours of footage took up a massive amount of memory on my PlayStation.
Yeah, it still
And
does,
it
man.
was just pointless content. So it's see, even if there were like zombies, like, oh, you didn't find anything, but you got killed by a zombie. I'm like, oh, at least there are zombies.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the PC version, like I said, the original mod was fantastic even before DayZ standalone was made. But the PC version was buggy. I cannot say I have ever had the experience you had. So the PlayStation 4 version must have just been an absolute shit show. Like that's like even worse than the PC version at its absolute worst for me. Not even close to that. There were always zombies. I've never known there not be zombies. So yeah, I think the PS4 version sounds like it had an even rougher start than the PC version. But yeah, man. Hopefully,
I've just checked. I do actually have still have some of the footage of me wandering around for about half an hour with nothing at all. No zombies, no people, nothing. I actually have some footage. I'm not going to put it up because it'd be boring as fuck.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's an old version of the game, I guess. And yeah, PS4 version, never played it, but it's a shame, man. Hopefully, when you get to the PC version, you'll actually have some fun with it, because it is one of
September last year. So wow, almost a year to the date. Well, just over.
But
yeah,
like I said, I think I brought up during our episode on survival games, I put certainly DayZ mod I would put near enough the top of my survival list of games. It's amazing when it works. It's an experience like no other, and no other game has given me that feeling since either, I would say.
I would say the Forest is pretty good too.
The Forest is up there, but the Forest is still not like,
yeah, it's PvE, not PvP and PvE.
But well, we're going to be doing the Forest soon, my friend. We're going to be jumping into the Forest.
I've got it. It's on my desktop.
Yeah, so I'll get that installed soon, and we'll start doing some episodes of the Forest, because I think that'll be really good fun.
Yeah, I still think you should join me on MapleStory as well.
I'm up for MapleStory. It looks cute. Like it. I like cute games.
It is. It does get fucking hard though at some points.
So a lot of obviously DayZ I played a lot later, but I remember a lot of zombie games or games with zombies in it. But I think the first one that really, really, really was like, okay, this game has sold me, was Resident Evil. The first Resident Evil 2, those first three on PlayStation 1, those were the ones that were like, wow, I love zombie games now. There were a few before that. Last Rites on PC, awful zombie first-person shooter.
See, I didn't actually come into the Resident Evil series until the first one was remastered on PS4.
Oh, I love that remaster. I love that remaster. That's a gorgeous game. I had that when it came out on GameCube, and it is still to this day probably the best-looking game on GameCube. It's incredible.
Yeah, I didn't come into the Resident Evil series till
very late,
only a few years ago, so quite recently.
Yeah, I mean that game you were playing, that remaster, was originally released for the GameCube back in like 2003 or something, 4, I don't know. So
wow.
It's a very old game, and then they just gave because that was already a remaster, and then they gave the remaster a remaster, so it's a remastered remaster.
It's a remaster.
It's a remaster, but it's very good fun. How did you get on with it? It must have been quite difficult to get into a game because it's kind of control-wise, it's very old-fashioned, and I'm curious how you found it this late on.
Yes, the not being able to walk while you're aiming kind of fucked me up a bit.
So that's a staple of the series. In fact, a lot of Resident Evil players hate the fact that they've taken that away.
Really? Because obviously,
because it adds to the horror. It adds to the survival horror feel.
Yeah, I get that, but I'm used to like FPSs like Battlefield and Call of Duty.
It's not an FPS, my friend.
Yeah, I know, but it's still a shooter.
No, it's not. It's a survival horror. It's not a shooter game. No, in fact, if you're playing Resident Evil, you should be only killing zombies when you absolutely have to. You should be you should be keeping as much ammo as possible for bosses and later in the game. It's
I can't see a zombie and not shoot it. It doesn't work. Not in my head. It's like, you must die.
No, that's kind of like I think that's like kind of like the at the core of Resident Evil games. That's survival horror. It's inventory management and not killing everything you see. A lot of the zombies you can run past, and you should run past if you can, because later on you're going to need that ammo. You're going to need all that stuff.
Obviously, I came into the Resident Evil series late. I hadn't played through the rest of them, and I'm used to like Call of Duty and Battlefield, where I can run, shoot.
Yeah, they're very different games. Very different.
Yes, they are. This is why it took a while to get used to, because I was trying to like run and shoot and sort of roll, and I was like, nothing's. I can't move when I'm aiming. This is crap.
Yeah, that's the way they play. So did you get very far in it, or did you just not get into it at all?
Oh, I finished it.
Oh, cool. Yeah. So you eventually got used to the controls then?
Well, I powered through. There was still the, like, fucking cover shooter side of me trying to come out constantly. But
yeah.
I got used to it. And then I kind of started playing it like Doom, sort of.
Right.
Kind of, sort of get myself into a good position when there's lots of them come at me, like take them out and then go through tactically, because I probably play Doom a hell of a different way than you do.
I just run with Doom. Constant movement.
I like to go, if I go into a room, I see everyone, I get myself in a nice position, take them all out, and then go to the next one.
Oh no.
So that's Resident Evil. I'd get myself in a good position that I could run away if I need to, and then take them out. It's probably the longest and slowest way to play the game.
But if you enjoy it, man. If you enjoy it, that's the way you play it, you know. I play Doom completely differently to you. I constant motion with Doom.
Well, the new Doom.
All of them.
Wait, am I on about Doom? What game am I fucking on about? It's not Doom.
Or Quake.
It's not Doom at all.
I don't know.
I have no idea, but now I'm thinking about it, it's definitely not Doom, because I don't stop moving in Doom.
Yeah.
I have no idea what game I'm on about, but
I don't know. I'd be curious to find out though.
It'll come to me.
Yeah. So you did end up completing Resident Evil, which is cool. That game's got such good atmosphere. That remaster, the mansion and the weather effects outside. I absolutely love that game. The occasional flash of lightning through the windows and stuff is very classic horror style, and I really enjoy that. So any other zombie games that you've enjoyed over the years?
What about games that have zombies in them?
So that opens it up wide, doesn't it? So we've got like Half-Life and all sorts then. So yeah, games with zombies. What games do you like with zombies? Doom.
Obviously, Call of Duty. The Call of Duty zombies. I love that.
I mean, they're a game into themselves, aren't they? The zombie portion is like its own game.
Well, I love the kind of you need to defend this.
Yeah.
It gets harder every time, and obviously then when you get more points, you can get unlock different sides to the map. And I know a lot of people think that the zombie gimmick has gone on long enough, but I think it just keeps getting better and better.
Why complain about it? Like, it's just a bonus thing, and like I love the zombies. Like the zombie stuff is probably I enjoy that more than for sure.
People always want to complain about something. So
I prefer the zombie stuff than I do the Call of Duty stuff. Like I will play Call of Duty just for zombies.
I'm 50-50. Yeah, I quite happily I like playing Warzone. I like.
Is there a zombie version of Warzone? Does that exist?
There was for an event where if you died, you came back as a zombie yourself.
But there's no horde zombie stuff.
No, there was for an event. But, obviously, when zombies started in Call of Duty, it was little map. Obviously, waves and waves, and then obviously they made new maps. And there's been a lot of shit about the Cold War zombies, because the one I like to play, I can't remember the name of it because I haven't actually played it in a while, but where it's the big open world map.
Yeah, I never played that version, and it sounds amazing.
It is. But a lot of people want to go, oh, this isn't Call of Duty Zombies. This is a like open world. I'm like, yeah, this is amazing. What you on about? There's open world. You run into special enemies.
I love it. That sounds great.
And you've actually got missions to do.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you've done the missions, you can either get an exfil and like leave and end the game, or you can warp and then everything's twice as hard.
Yeah, that's fun, man. That sounds really fun.
I think it's called Outbreak.
Oh, okay. So
it's such a good mode, and it is where the Call of Duty Zombies should have been going. It's like, because in the first one you're like, oh, I wish I could jump out this window and sort of go into the like fields and stuff. And this, you're just like, bam, here's a massive map. You've got some missions. There's a shit ton of zombies. There's some special zombies. Go at it. Do what you want in what order, and then either end the game or make it twice as hard in a different map. It's amazing.
That sounds a lot of fun. I remember my Call of Duty zombie memories were always the style where you're like board up the windows and then defend this area, and then you just get the waves and waves and waves. And I really enjoyed that. But the idea of the open world one, the open world one sounds like a lot of fun.
When I get the icon saying it's not going to be when I've got a PC,
it's going to be the new one.
When I get a better graphics card,
yeah,
I'll get Call of Duty Cold War again on PC.
Yeah,
and me and you have definitely got to play some like Zombie Outbreak, because it is so much fun.
Well, I will have to get Cold War and join you. Hopefully, by the time you get a graphics card, hopefully that game will be cheaper. So that'll be good. Yeah, I'm up for that.
Well, it's a Call of Duty game, so the new one's coming out actually, so it might be. Yeah.
Once the new ones come out, they don't give a shit about the old ones. So I'm sure it'll. If they're like sports titles now, they shit them out every year. So I think the old versions quickly come down in price. So hopefully,
I was surprised how fast they announced Vanguard after Cold War.
Yeah, what's the
not a lot of time.
What's the deal with Vanguard? Is there story yet? Do we know what it is about or anything?
It's World War II.
Oh,
again.
Cool. Okay, so I like World War II Call of Duty. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, no, I've watched a few people play like the alpha version, because it's not out yet, is it?
No, I don't think so.
I've been watching like McNasty, Soup, and the Do like play the alpha version. Like it's just a multiplayer bit.
How does it look?
But it does look good.
Cool.
And they've changed some of the game modes. Like Hardpoint was a game mode where you have to take care of you have to control like a static point. And now in this one, the point moves, so your whole team has to kind of move with the point to keep it. Which nice. I thought that was a good twist on a good game mode. So I'm expecting good things. And with the World War II ones, they always seem to have the best campaigns.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
like
it's a good setting. World at War was great.
World War II, yeah, they had the best campaign. I know Modern Warfare had a good campaign before anyone.
Yeah, the first Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2 were great campaigns. I enjoyed those.
Yeah, but you have to admit the World at War and
the older
campaigns. Yeah, they were insane. Especially that in World at War, the sniper campaign that was kind of
when you're in the village, you're like
film Enemy at the Gates.
Oh yes, yeah in Russia.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Every time I watch Enemy at the Gates, I have to load up my PS3 and play World at War just for that mission.
Do you know, I really enjoyed that movie. I haven't watched that movie for years. I might have to give that another watch soon.
Oh, it's great. I love that film.
Yeah. Did you ever play? I've been meaning to ask because I have never played this game, but it always looked really fun. I know it's just a gimmick, and I know it's a subset of Call of Duty, but they did a zombie game that was like on the moon or in space. It looked crazy fun.
Was that one of the? They actually did. I think it was Black Ops 2. They had a few maps on the moon.
Yeah, there was like moon zombies. Yeah. It looked fun. I don't know if you ever played it. I was just curious.
Oh, I did. I had every DLC for every
all of them.
game.
Yeah, I just imagine it's quite fun.
Yeah, the funny thing is obviously we got my this is when we were like I was quite a bit younger when well, not quite a bit, probably like maybe about 7 years ago. No, actually no, I was a teenager. I wasn't quite 20 yet when we got my dad into Call of Duty. So every time there was a new DLC or zombie map pack or something, would show him like the little traders for it. And he was like, "Oh yeah, I'll get that." And then he never played them. But so yeah, I got all the DLCs for free.
Well, that's a good way of going about it, I guess.
Fucking hell, that must have been about 10 years ago.
Yeah. So, sticking with games with zombies in them, obviously Half-Life did the head crab zombie. Good fun. Always fond memories of Ravenholm, I think it was, in Half-Life 2, the horror
Never played
portion.
Half-Life.
Oh, they're good games. It's the first ones, was groundbreaking when it came out. It was incredible. And then obviously we have, games like Diablo. You have zombies in Diablo. You have zombies in most RPGs, which
Never played Diablo.
Always fun. Yeah, you've got a lot of catching up to do on PC, always good fun. I'm a big fan of Diablo and Diablo 2, particularly.
Oh, you know what would be a good like fun mod?
What's
if
that?
Someone modded a zombie version of Age of Empires. So you have to build up and kind of sort of defend yourself against endless hordes of zombies.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think if there have been. I mean, there was that zombie. There was a zombie kind of strategy-like game when you are a zombie. I can't remember the name of it though. I don't know how good it was either. I just remember seeing trailers for it. But yeah, I'm just trying to think if there were ever. I mean, I guess they're kind of tower defense games now. Have kind of taken over in terms of that kind of stuff.
Has there ever been like a medieval themed zombie?
Yeah, there is.
Defense.
So there is a zombie medieval game in early access at the moment. It's on Steam. I've not played it, but I have seen it. It looks pretty cool.
Well, I thought it'd be fun. Like, say if you start off like obviously with a town center and a few villagers, and you got like build up defenses and an army. But if a zombie kills one of your units, they turn into a zombie as well.
That sounds awesome.
Doesn't it? Right.
I think you've just created an amazing game.
Right. How do I put a patent on this now?
Well, before you do, let me just Google Age of Empires 2 zombie mod. Oh god, it exists.
Does it?
Zombie apocalypse for Age of Empires 2 The Conquerors. It looks like someone's actually done this. I mean, I don't know how well it'll work, but yeah, it looks like someone's actually done that, dude. That sounds really fun. I'm not going to look at any footage of it now because we're recording, but it looks like it exists. Maybe we should look into that, and maybe we could do a live stream on that if it's any good. We'll have to see if it's any good first. Damn, we should play that soon. That could be really fun.
Durs, if we don't, then we are disappointing everyone that listens.
I think we should do that, man. I'm up for downloading that mod. We'll give it a go.
I thought I was onto an amazing original idea, but apparently people.
So did I, dude. I didn't know that existed. That's awesome though. We shall definitely give that a go.
I'm gonna have to find and download that mod. That looks amazing.
Yeah, I'm gonna look at that footage after this show because I'm really curious as to how that works. Now, obviously, we have the ghouls. In Fallout, in the Fallout series, we have our zombie-esque ghouls, the feral ghouls.
I wouldn't class them as zombies because just normal ghouls still have
no, I'm on about the ferals. Fallout 4 is literally full of feral ghouls. It's like they didn't know.
Are they zombies though?
Well, they practically are. Let's be honest.
They're not
dead.
They
pretty much are. They're pretty much zombies, dude.
They're not dead. They've just got okay, I'll give you the benefit of that.
I think they're pretty much zombies. But Fallout 4 is ridiculous with its feral ghouls. It's like they were like big parts of the map, and they were like, I don't know what to do with this, and just chuck loads of feral ghouls in there. It seems like feral ghouls happen all the time whenever I play Fallout 4, but maybe that's just me. Maybe I just have bad luck. But yeah, man, I'm trying to think. Are there any other zombie games? Obviously, Doom, Quake. I was jibbing some zombies in Quake last week.
Call them I wouldn't really call them zombie games, though.
No, we'd moved on to games with zombies in it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they're not zombie games, but they have zombies in them.
What's the one? Dead Rising.
So yeah, Dead Rising. Did you play that when it came out? When did you play Dead Rising? Or have you played Dead Rising?
I have no idea.
I remember getting that with my Xbox 360, and I was blown away by Dead Rising. They've got a really good sense of humor, but I love that real time timer that the game gives you, where there are people that just die and you have to save them.
To get like medicine or the kind of shop for your daughter or something, it's always you're actually on a proper timer. Yeah, that was really good.
It's a great concept.
It has a sense of urgency.
Oh god, it does. But it's so your first playthrough of that game is so frustrating because you'll be doing stuff and it'll just come up saying like this person's died, and you're like, I've not even met that person. I don't even know who they are. But because the zombies killed them in that world, it's like, yeah, they're dead now, and you have to play back through and try and find them. And that game had so much replayability because you could always go back and try and find the people you didn't manage to save last time. Like, where are they and how many can I save? Some are going to die, but how many can I save?
The most annoying thing for me were the escort missions.
Oh, I hate escort missions in every game ever made. I'll go that far.
I do too, but in Dead Rising especially, because
it was frustrating as hell.
There was this woman that we were escorting to the safe room.
They're really dumb.
We're by the safe room door, but she was like 20 meters away from the door.
Yeah.
And I'd go next to her and get her to come and follow. There was no zombies, and she just. I think I have a thing with games glitching on me because she just would not move.
The AI was massively stupid. It was one of the biggest problems I had because you're right. The escort stuff, they just got themselves killed all the time when I played. Is like, what are you doing? Just follow me. Stop fighting the zombies and run around them. Follow me.
Yeah, but on this one there was no zombies around because I cleared the way. There were some coming, but they were quite a distance away.
Yeah.
Further away than she was from the door, and I'd run round her in circles and try and lead her back to the door, and she just wouldn't move and died. And I was like, I've got to do this again. And she did it 4 times. I eventually got her into the safe room.
He got her in there in the end. See, I would have left her and just let her die. Just been like, whatever.
Yeah, but you failed the mission then.
And was it a mission critical one? Sorry, I thought it meant because you can just rescue normal people, can't you, and bring them back?
No, this is a mission.
Oh no! Yeah.
One, yeah.
That sucks.
So it's 6 times. I eventually got her in, but I think I picked up a pool float or something and was gently tapping her with it towards the door.
Yeah, just to get her in there.
So it didn't do a lot of damage, but it still did.
It was enough to move her. just gently prod her into the door.
Her towards the door. Just get in the door.
Did you ever play Dead Island or Dying Light? Those games?
I didn't play Dead Island or Dying Light, but I have. Dead Island looks really fun. It's
a bit ropey. It's really fun in multiplayer. If you got friends to play with, it's actually pretty fun. But it's pretty buggy and it's not got the best storyline. But it's fun. I mean, with a group of people, it can be really fun.
If it's kind of open road-ish and there's zombies and you can kill stuff, then you don't really care about the storyline. If you're single player, you will. But if you're with mates, you're just fuck it, let's run around and kill zombies and see how long we can survive.
And that's exactly it. Without players to play with, that game feels really hollow. After it's great fun for the first hour, and then after that, you're like, oh god, this is just rubbish. It's just repetitive. But with friends, great fun. Dying Light's the same, although Dying Light has more of a focused storyline, and it's got a free runner kind of mechanic where you're jumping over the tops of buildings and stuff like that, which makes it way more fun.
Gameplay of that.
It's good fun.
I've seen some gameplay. Yeah.
There's a sequel out, I think, soon. But
there's another game that's caught my eye that I've watched some people stream it. I've watched some gameplay, but I haven't played it myself. Dead by Daylight. That looks.
Yeah, I've
pretty
not
good.
played that one either, actually.
No,
But it does look good.
pretty good. So I was watching the Yogscast and Hat Films play it,
Hmm.
and it especially in the little kind of PvP bit they've got, where one of them's like a zombie monster thing, and the others have got to kind of try and do stuff to escape. That bit looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, it sounds quite fun.
Probably explaining it badly because I haven't played
Well,
the
no,
game,
I like you. I've not played it, but I've seen footage, and it looks good. Yeah, I'd be up for giving it a go at some point. Did you ever play State of Decay?
I don't think so, but it sounds familiar. I
That
recognise
was
the name.
that was the kind of resource-based management one where you're you're like a hiker with your friend, and then you get attacked during a zombie outbreak, and then you're in a town, and you meet people, and you meet settlements, and then you build up your settlement, and you can play as different characters. So if you die as a character, that character is dead for the rest of the game, but then you can play as a different character in the settlement.
All right.
It's quite fun. It's quite fun, and you have to level up the characters. So if you've leveled up a character really good and they die, it's really frustrating because then you have to go to play a different character that may not be as kind of competent with a gun or whatever. Good fun. Yeah, it was really good fun. But yeah, good stuff. What
about a game that I got you into? Days Gone.
Days Gone. Now, Days Gone, I have not gone back to for a while, but Days Gone, I love Days Gone. I think it got
so good.
Harsh criticism when it came out. I think people
really
were
did.
unfair. I think the world they crafted is great. I really enjoy the bike becomes a character in that game.
You know me and motorbikes.
Motorbikes and pirate
of
ships. Those are like your two biggest
Motorbikes.
things.
That's gonna be the title of my autobiography.
Motorbikes and pirate ships. I really enjoyed that game. I love how the bike just becomes your baby. It becomes your thing. Still annoyed that I can't steal bikes permanently. I can just steal them for like a moment, but you have to keep your same bike. But I enjoyed upgrading it. I enjoyed repairing it. I love the moments
Looking
of the
for
game.
fuel and
Yeah,
keeping on top of everything.
running
'Cause
out of fuel. Like I love stuff like that where I'm doing stuff. I've been chased. I was already low on fuel. I shouldn't have taken the risk, but now I'm in the middle of nowhere and I'm out of fuel and I need to wheel my bike or I need to pick up fuel. I love games where you can create a story yourself or where stories happen. I love that, and that game is great for that. Like, oh my god, I ran out of petrol, in the middle of nowhere, and how did I get back? And I remember the last time I played, I actually ran out of petrol, and I was like, oh god, I've run out of fuel. What the hell am I going to do? And luckily, I'd run out of fuel right at the top of a massive hill, and I just rolled it all the way down the hill without petrol until I got down to the bottom of the road. But I love it. It's a shameless Walking Dead ripoff. You basically are Daryl.
Yeah, you pretty much are Daryl down like the clothes,
everything,
the bike, the
crossbow.
Eventually,
yeah. But who cares?
They should
have
got Norman Reedus to voice him. Or they didn't, did they? No,
they
should have.
No, they should have licensed it, made it a Walking Dead game.
There was another. Well, I'll say something about Days Gone before I
sure. Yeah.
go on to another game. But I'm sure I talked to you about whenever I found fueled up my bike, but I didn't need all of it. Every fuel can, if I didn't need it, I'd leave it by
middle of the road,
by the side of the road.
Yep.
So if I run out, I just right. I know I'm near this place. I just got to run down the road. There's going to be a fuel can somewhere.
Yeah. I did the same, and I always refueled as well. Like after, I think you only really run out of fuel like once, and then you're like, okay, I'm not doing that again. And then it's like, I will be sensible now. And with very few exceptions, I just whenever I came across a fuel can, I'm like, I'm fueling up, even if it's like mostly full. I'm like, I'll just top it up. Might as well.
Yeah, and then you leave what's
you
left
leave
in
the remainder.
Side.
Yeah, absolutely. A great game.
talking about The Walking Dead, obviously I've been watching a lot of The Walking Dead. Well, I'm rewatching.
Yeah, yeah.
I never finished it.
I didn't either. I still haven't.
I got up to well, I'm pretty much at the point I was when I stopped watching, which is when it ran out on Netflix, but I've got Disney Plus now, so it's fine. I think it's end of season 6. So when Negan is still controlling everything, but not quite until they take it back from him.
Yeah, yeah,
but, yeah. There's a Walking Dead game. It's I know it's on VR. I'm not sure if it's VR only, and it's The Walking Dead something. I can't remember the name of it, but they've added in I've seen some people play it. Added in a mechanic like if you speak, say if you like recording like we are with your VR headset, if you speak, the zombies can hear your voice and will come to you. But it looks amazing because you can literally climb up drain pipes, break down doors. There's like hordes of zombies. It looks so good. I really, really need to get an Oculus.
Yeah, man.
I want to play some VR games.
Isn't that Arizona Sunshine? Looks really fun, but it's like VR only.
Yeah, that's on my list. Arizona Sunshine is on my list.
Yeah.
When I start working again,
you're going to be getting on some cheap Steam games and good graphics card.
Graphics card is top of the list. Then I want to get a second monitor.
Really helps with streaming. Second monitor really helps.
And then a VR. Well, I want to get the Valve Index, but that's like $1,000.
Yeah, that's crazy money right now. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's got full finger tracking. So
I know it's insane. It does. I mean, it looks like you get what you pay for. It does look like it's worth the money. But it's just a lot of money.
Yeah. At the moment, I'm looking at the I think it's the Oculus Odyssey or something, which is about £300, and it's still great.
Nice.
And then also I need the room to record VR because I'm going to trip over a lot of shit in here.
Yeah. It's I think you set your barriers with VR, don't you? So you can say how far you can move. You set a safe space that you can use, and it'll warn you.
With the Valve Index, you get 4 little cameras. Mm-hmm. You set them up like in the corners of your room, or in the corner of, or in a square of what you want to be your space, and then obviously 4 cameras. It's like 360, so it can no matter what way you turn, it can still track all finger movements and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So yeah,
it looks like a lot of fun. I must admit, it does look like a lot of fun.
Oh, it does. I used my mate's a few months ago his like Valve Index, and it's amazing. It's literally full finger tracking, and I was
that's awesome.
I can't remember what it was.
Was it Half-Life? I know. Alex is like amazing for that from the looks of it.
It was some kind of like medieval game. I'm not sure what it was.
Oh, cool.
But literally, you could put your hand down, pick up this sword, and then like raise a pinky, or do like the metal horns with your fingers, and still hold the sword. And you could, if you like chucked it up in the game, you could catch it between like your thumb and finger. It was like the full finger tracking was absolutely insane. It blew my mind.
Yeah, it looks amazing. I'll have to give it a go one day. Maybe I'll wait until you've got it, and then I'll come round and give it a try.
Yeah, wait until I drop $1,000 on a VR set.
Yeah, well, you know. But yeah, are there any other zombie games you wanted to talk about? This is a good topic.
My mind's gone blank on zombie games now.
Yeah, there's a lot out there, especially once we extend it to games with zombies in it. You get a lot. There are a lot of zombie games, but yeah, that zombie and medieval game, I'll get the name of it and send it to you. It looks like a lot of fun, actually. But I think we need to play some Age of Empires zombies, dude. I'm well up for that.
As long as we as long as we both download the same one, because I'm assuming there's lots of.
Well, we'd
mods.
have to. You're not going to be able to play it multiplayer unless you got the same mod. So.
Yeah, but
yeah,
no, I am definitely up for that because that just sounds amazing. Like you just building up like defenses against like hordes of the undead, and you need to try and, especially if they have the mechanic that if one of your units, not mates, one of your units dies,
yeah,
that it turns into a zombie as well. Because then the more you fail, the more you've got to fight.
Do you know, like zombies would be perfect for a game like Stronghold, like the Stronghold series, which is more castle based. That with zombies would be incredible. That'd be really good fun.
But still, in Age of Empires 2, that's still going to be some fun.
It's going to be great fun. I'm curious as to how certain units would act when they're zombies. I guess you'd just have them just become zombie men, and you wouldn't worry about whether they're,
But then if you get like,
I'm down with zombie horses though. Zombie horses, I'm down with.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like a zombie knight would be. Yeah.
I think a zombie knight you should get 2. Then you should get a knight and a zombie horse. From that, that's what I'd do, and then just have like crazy zombie horses running around. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah. So in that mod, if they have made it so that if a unit of yours dies, it turns into a zombie, that would be amazing.
Because I guess all they'd need to do is change the AI so that they become the AI of basically animals, and they'll just go out like a bear. You just give them all bear AI, and they just go out and kill. And then as soon as they kill someone else, that becomes another bear AI. So they're all just constantly.
Or wolf or something. Cause
wolves are a bit more predatory.
They're quite aggro, aren't they?
Yeah. Dude, I'm excited about the possibilities of this game. I'm curious. I'm going to go watch some footage of it after this and see if it's any good, but it looks fun.
Yeah, well, let me know. And if you find one that looks good and download it, send me and I'll download the same one and we can play some Age of Zombies.
I absolutely will. But yeah, man, this has been a fun, brief chat on just the topic of zombies because we talked about it during the last stream and good fun. Obviously, Left 4 Dead, we don't really have a review of yet. It's fantastic, but we're gonna play through the whole game first. So you can check us out on Tron Games. We'll be doing that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you for that plug.
Well, that's all right. It's all good. Like you said the other day, we're basically like, partner channels at this point. We're always doing stuff on each other's channel. So it's good fun.
I love it. It's actually been like a lot more fun because I normally record this stuff alone, but like occasionally like recording with you and doing this podcast.
Well, we always said once you got a PC, we would do this. We're keeping that promise. We're doing it.
We are.
It's happening.
But yeah, no, it's really good. It's I love doing this podcast. I love recording videos for you for Tron Games. It's like having someone else just to like sort of bounce off and actually talk to and like make fuck ups in games with. It's hilarious. I love it.
I feel like The Forest should be our next big streaming game. I think me and you could get right into that.
I'm up for streaming some of The Forest. I have words. I started playing with my mate Oz.
Oh, if you've already got people playing it with, that's cool.
No, but I was thinking he could join us because
sure. Does he know how to play it properly? Because I've not played it properly.
He's better. He's better than I am. He popped around mine. It was like with his gaming laptop, and it's like, oh, do you want to play The Forest? And it's like I've only got it on PS4, and it's like, oh, I'll buy it for you on PC. So I was like,
oh, nice.
Sweet. No, he's good. He's good at he builds, I hunt. So yeah,
makes sense.
We've got
you have assigned roles.
We've got a pretty good base on our thing, but on our save at the moment. But I'll definitely get. I think I'll have to lend him one of my microphones and. He can jump on with me and you.
That'd
and
be
play
good,
some Forest.
Man. Yeah, I'm well up for The Forest. We'll play some Destiny
on a brand
as
new
well.
server, though.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely some Destiny.
Yeah.
Some more Age of Empires, some more Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, plenty of content to come. And of course, we'll be back with the icons in another 2 weeks, fortnightly, here on Durs Productions. But thank you for listening, everybody, and we will catch you next time.
Bye, guys.